Hello, and welcome back to Those Two Girls with your hosts, Lan and Val.
Here we are, and we're so excited to talk about what's been going on, which has been a lot, obviously, with the whole solar eclipse coming.
Oh,
I don't know if that has to do anything with it, but, things are really just adding up here.
I agree.
The math is mathing.
The math is mathing. The weirdest stuff has been happening to me. So, for instance, I was going to text you this, but I was like, I'll just tell her on the podcast. I got a pimple in my eye.
Inside of your eyeball.
Dude, like, the lash line, like, in it. It was like a little
Wait,
white
that's a sty.
Okay, that's what I thought. And people were saying it's a sty, so I put a warm compress on it. It just came out, and it's, like, gone. So it was a pimple. Like,
maybe.
It was a pimple in my eye. So weird shit has been happening. I agree with that.
Okay, well, maybe you should add a little, like, eye skincare to your regimen or something.
I've literally been scrubbing the shit out of my eye with, like, my face wash. I'm, like cleaning the inside. Yeah, exfoliating. No, hell no. One time I got a little bead. You know those exfoliator beads I used to use in the St. Ives?
Yeah.
In college? No, I got a corneal, like, abrasion. Like, I couldn't see. I was, like,
I can see you too, just like freaking out about it for like
freaking out.
weeks.
I literally couldn't see. But yeah, solar eclipse, weird shit. I do just want to jump right into it because
please.
I want to talk about Vanderpump Rules. We didn't talk about anything reality TV related last time, so let's get into it. Lauren from Utah.
Who is this Lauren from Utah? Because the only one that I know that you may be referring to is Lala,
Lala.
From the Bronx. Same place J-Lo grew up.
And she just lets her hair down every once in a while. It reminds her of when she was a child in Utah. This reminds me of when I was a child in Utah. Do you want to get popped?
Oh my God, I can't.
I want to start with her conversation with Sandoval and sitting down and saying that she's open to working on a friendship with him. Could you imagine if any one of her castmates sat down with Randall and they were like, you know what, Randall, I'm open and I want to work on having a friendship with you?
No, I think it's so crazy. And the fact that she tries to justify it, like, the whole time, like, is just, like, so baffling to me. Like, her coming over. And, like, she tells Ariana, too. She's just like, oh, I was at your house yesterday. Like, because I was going to do this breathing exercise with Tom. But then, like, she didn't or whatever. But, like, what? What do you mean?
So nonchalant about it. And, like, kudos to Ariana for literally handling her and Sheena the way she's been handling them this season. Like, I don't know how she keeps her composure because I would have popped off. I would have popped off.
Unbothered.
So unbothered.
Obviously, other than, like, when she, like, freaked out on him this last episode. But, I mean, honestly, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
Put yourself in her shoes. Like, she got cheated on with someone that she was with for 10 years and one of her best friends. Like, are you kidding me?
Right. And I think also people have to remember that we're watching this season now, like, what, a year after Scandal?
Right.
They started filming, like, 3 months after. So this is still very fresh. What we're watching is right after Scandal when everything came out. So I think people need to remember that. I also think the producers, I also think the producers thought that they were going to get a good edit of Sandoval this season because Lisa's also a producer.
Right.
And my theory is that she kind of wanted the public and everyone else to start feeling sorry for him and having empathy for him.
Just flip the narrative.
Make Ariana more of a villain because she's holding on to this anger and it's so toxic for her and it's not good for her. And they're failing. It's a flop. Nobody's feeling bad for Sandoval. It's a fucking flop.
No, and it's, like, because people have been in a situation maybe similar or some sort of breakup, and it's just, like, I feel like it just resonates so much more with Ariana than Tom, who cheated. And now wants sympathy.
Okay, and also all of his commentary being so rude about Ariana. Just, like, the shit he says, like, oh, it's the only thing you've ever paid for. Like, when they're talking about, which gets me into the dog.
Okay, but I will say, I don't know. I mean, I do think it's really messed up with the whole situation that he went into her room without asking, even though they lived together the whole nine. I don't know what he had to fix, the AC, whatever. That part's messed up. But, like, what I think is kind of crazy is the fact that she's okay with leaving her to-go box from the night before at her bedside. Like, and then blaming him because the dog ate it. Like, no. You're setting yourself up for failure. That's my opinion. I don't think it should have been left there in the first place. But then, you know, it goes to show, like, also, like, as you go on, it's like, he shouldn't have gone in a room. Who let the dog, you know.
Right.
Who let
the dogs out? Who?
Well, they did after 3 hours, which is what was the problem after he ate, apparently, the sticks inside of, like, the satay, whatever, chicken.
Yes. Yeah. No, yes, the chicken should not have been left there. But Tom shouldn't have gone in her room. That's like her only little private
I just feel like they're both
area.
at fault. And, like, I don't think she should call him a dog potential or, like, attempted murderer.
I'm here for it.
I don't know.
I
think it's a little exaggerated there.
It.
Like,
see, I love that. Like, I feel like that because it's something I would do. It's something I would say.
but you also wouldn't be living with your ex at this point. Like,
no, absolutely
there's so
not.
many different things that, like, you wouldn't be put in this situation.
No, I know. That's the whole thing of them living together. But, okay, speaking of living together, and I sent you this on Instagram, she has a new place, a like $1.1 million home that she just bought.
I saw.
Yes.
And it's so beautiful.
It's gorgeous. So she's getting out of there.
Did you ever look into the whole Lala having a $3 million place?
I was just going to touch on that. So, Lala, she was it in Palm Springs because she wanted to be close to Sheena, or she bought it somewhere?
I just saw a headline about it.
So, Lala bought like a $3.3 million home. On her podcast, she literally said that they made verbatim, not exactly verbatim, but literally almost, that she was able to buy that home, or the Send It to Daryl merch helped her with the down payment of that home.
I believe it.
So I think it's just so ironic and hypocritical and annoying that she was going in on Sandoval, saying all this stuff, selling the Send It to Daryl merch, literally paid for the down payment of her home, and now she's over here and wants to have a fucking friendship with him.
No, and also just the fact that she's like, how many takes is it going to take for us to realize that she's literally so freaking jealous of Ariana?
This is what this
like it's literally her just talking about how much money she's made off of all these things and like, oh, stop lying about your money, blah, blah, blah. Who knew you could buy a $3 million home off of her?
Right.
Off of her trauma.
Literally, and that's what she did. And she's like, oh, Ariana's fine. She has all this money. How the fuck do you know Ariana's finances? What if homegirl is like $2 million in debt and she's actually paying her debts off? Like,
who knows? Who cares? It's none of your business.
None of your business.
But either way, it's like, shut your mouth, because honestly, you wouldn't be able to afford this home or probably the IVF baby that you have if it wasn't for her trauma that she had to go through.
1,000%. It's jealousy.
Send It to Daryl.
And the Send It to Daryl merch. Jealousy.
No, for real.
No, she's jealous.
Mm-hmm.
She's jealous, and it shows. And I think she felt like she was going to get a really good edit this season because she's like the enlightened one now. And she is like mature, and she doesn't want Ariana to live with this anger and toxicity because it's just so bad and it's not good for you. And I feel like she thought she was going to come out looking like so mature and enlightened, and she looks like a damn fool in my eyes, which is unfortunate because I actually not every season, but I like Lala.
For the most part, for sure.
This season,
absolutely not.
And
it's so out of touch because so many characters on that show have lost their dad, and every single one of them has just gone through it. Mm-hmm. And like, you see it, like with like the way they are, their anger, everything. She was probably the worst. Let's not forget about Jax. And Ariana went through a time too where she lost her dad. And then there's this podcast that comes out saying basically like Lala talking, like basically comparing their experiences, and that maybe Ariana was not as close to her dad as she was to hers.
So the loss maybe wasn't as traumatic for her. Like
are you
alluding to the fact that because Ariana wasn't as close to her dad, that the loss wasn't as traumatic, or like alluding to the fact that Lala's was worse, basically.
That's so wild to me.
You don't compare deaths.
You don't ever. You don't touch up on it. Like,
no, everyone's experience is so different, no matter how close. I mean,
to think that yours is worse, like in any situation, like that's a narcissistic trait.
So narcissistic. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up.
What else?
I also want to talk about Katie and Max.
Oh my God. So, okay, backstory if people don't know. So Max was in like a couple of seasons behind, but I guess he got kicked off because he had like some racist tweets. They will dig them up. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know how, but like, it's like literally you'll be in 5th grade math class, like tweeting something, like they'll find it. So be careful with what you post, all right?
This is a little pro tip. Go through your Twitter right now and just start deleting all the embarrassing and bad shit you ever
X.
posted.
It's called X now.
Sorry, X. I'll never freaking refer to it as X.
I know, right? What
so
is that?
annoying.
Why did they even have to change
X.
it?
Elon
Twitter was
Musk.
cute, like tweet, like a bird.
Well, isn't his baby's name is like XAE-EL or some shit?
No, and it's pronounced like Scott. Literally.
Scott Musk.
Literally. Scott Musk. It's spelled AAQ. Scott. I'm fucking done. Okay, no.
Okay, wait. Back to Katie and Max.
Right. So Max, which I didn't really realize, like, I mean, I knew he was a manager at Tom and Tom, but I guess he got super close, especially to Tom Schwartz, his best friend. And then now, because Sheena and her crazy location hunting realized that after they all went out, Max ended up staying with Katie. Katie is Tom Schwartz's ex-wife, which, you know, obviously if you watch the show, you know this, but just to fill everyone in. So what did you think of it? Like,
I'm here for it and I love it.
Oh my
and
God,
I don't give a
thought
fuck.
it was so messed up.
No, what the fuck? Tom Schwartz
Aww.
was a shit husband to Val. He was a shit husband to her, never had her back, would call her a fucking bitch in front of everyone, like always was berating this woman. Then he does the Raquel thing. Then it's like he's was always on Sandoval's side versus Katie's side. And so, oh my God, she has a revenge bang. Like, is it the most like classy thing to do? No. Am I here for it? And I support it 1,000 fucking %.
But I feel like even the fact that it's able to be labeled a revenge bang, like that's not okay. Like you shouldn't be wanting to be getting revenge on someone that A, you're cordial with, and B, you share so many friends with, C, you have dogs with. Like it's like a co-parenting situation. I don't know. I just don't think that like an eye for an eye is okay. Like I feel like, okay, yeah, he did make out with Raquel, but in the end of the day, he did that to cover up his other friends' debauchery.
Right, but through the whole thing and through Scandival, do you remember last season how bad Katie got shit on all fucking season and everyone is just always shitting on her? So like,
I guess for me it's Max.
From Max's perspective, it's so fucked up. If I were Tom Schwartz, from Katie's perspective,
I don't really care.
I'm here for it. Do you, girl? Do it again. Date him. I don't care. Have a relationship with him. I don't give a fuck. I'm here for it. From Max's perspective,
I just thought it was fucked up.
That's so fucked up. And I bet you Tom Schwartz is such a fucking, like, what? Isn't he, like, full Libra? Like, he's, like, peacemaker, wants everyone to get along. He's, like, still best friends with him. He probably had a conversation with him, was like, bro, I don't know, that was a little fucked up, but, like, hee, whatever, let's move on. Because he's, like...
You know, I actually watched the after show as I was waiting for you to get here. Because I was watching, like, the Valley, and then it went to, like, the after show of, like, I guess the last episode. And he said he did care. That it did bother him, but like,
he's still friends with him, so
yeah, exactly. Like it wasn't like a big enough deal for him to like end, you know, his relationship with Max or, you know, Katie for that matter.
But don't you think that says that he never truly really gave a fuck about Katie? Because I feel like if he gave a fuck and was like, oh my God, that was like the love of my life, we had such a good relationship, he would drop him.
Yeah,
he would drop him.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't even know what to think.
I'm here for that
whole thing.
Also, I want to bring something up about Sheena having 44 or whatever she said, 54 people's locations. You want to tell me you had all of these people's locations, but you never knew about Tom and Raquel?
Well, they would turn their location off allegedly, and that's when Sheena got suspicious. Because all of a sudden, like Raquel would have her location off and stuff.
Weird. Mm-hmm. But I don't, yeah, I mean.
But she obviously didn't suspect it. Like, she was, you know.
Right.
Sketched out, but, like, didn't suspect it at the same time.
I mean, who
would?
In
denial.
In denial. Exactly. In denial. Okay. Anything else regarding Vanderpump? Because.
No, I think that's it.
That's the juiciest stuff. Oh! We never spoke about Sheena and Tom Schwartz making out.
I mean, that's just weird. I mean, I can't believe Sheena went all this time, like 10 years or, I don't even know, 20 years of friendship without, like, mentioning it or just saying, like, hey. Like, by the way, when he was a makeout slut, he made out with me. I was one of them, or at least he tried, or whatever her story is. I don't freaking know what to believe. But at the same time, it's like, how can you not bring that up?
I agree.
It's wild.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Very strange. Okay. let's move on to someone who we were just speaking about, and I think it's just the whole situation is so odd. JoJo Siwa.
Oh my God. Where to begin?
Sing to me, Paolo.
Oh.
That's all I thought about when she was lip singing.
Really? I don't know what that is. Is that from like that Disney movie?
I'm never making this podcast ever again.
Movie.
Lizzie McGuire movie. Oh. Sing to me. You did not watch the Lizzie McGuire movie?
Of course I did.
When he lip sings at the end and she goes, "Sing to me, Paolo," because she knows he can't sing and they turned off like the music, so he is forced to not lip sync.
Yes, I do remember. I don't remember that line. Sing to me, Paolo.
Oh my God.
I remember. Have you ever seen such a beautiful night?
Yes, during that performance.
So basically, what we're referring to is JoJo Siwa is like, there's like TikTok footage of her basically at this album release party where she's like just sampling her songs and whatever. And there's this one song that is called Choose Your Fighter. Okay, and she plays it and she's just hopping around, like doing like the little fist pump. Like, I don't know what the hell she's doing with her little mohawk, but she's bumping around. Little did I know, unless I would have read the comments, that this literal song, the entire thing was ripped off. Well, not ripped off because I bet she bought it through her company, you know, like whatever, but it's legal, whatever the hell they did. But someone named Emmeline on TikTok who put this out in 2022, so 2 years ago, the same exact song, but they didn't even take out the vocals.
No.
Like, it's still Emmeline's vocals.
It's her song.
The only thing that JoJo attributed to was that, "You're welcome." After, did you see that?
That's all. That's all she did towards yeah.
Some of the are like have fame. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
The ad lib. That's all. That's why she was so excited for people to hear it, because that's the only time that her voice was featured in the song.
Yes, but did you realize that before she played the song, she said ad lib? She literally said ad lib before she played it.
Well, because it's like in between, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so was she? But was she trying to pretend like that was her vocals and that was her song?
1000%. I mean, why wouldn't she address that otherwise? Like,
it's
she's
just
like, this
so
is
weird.
my song, and she made it seem like literally she probably co-wrote it. Like, this is from experience.
I just
like,
think
and it's a pretty good. It's a bop.
Oh, I like that song. No, I loved it. It was so good, but to make it seem like that was her song.
Yeah, 100%. Like
why wouldn't she clarify? Like,
no.
Hey, you guys, this isn't my song. I just have a little ad lib in here, but I love this song.
That's the thing about the music industry though now. Like, that's why I like compared her to J-Lo earlier, because like, now we know that J-Lo didn't sing any of her songs.
We love you, Ashanti. Justice for Ashanti, please.
And even this other woman that I just saw on TikTok that sang Jenny from the Block. Did you see that?
Yes.
She sounds just like
Don't
what
even
Jennifer
get me
Lopez
started
sounds
on
like when
J-Lo.
she talks. It's so crazy.
I can't. We can talk for an hour about how much I can't stand her.
Ooh.
But speaking of JoJo Siwa, why does she look like she's in the WWE about to go into a match with John Cena? Like, what is happening?
Dude, I thought she was gonna come out with like a 7-foot long tongue like Kiss. Like, I didn't know what was next, but like, she looked like Gene Simmons. That's all I have to say. Like,
what is going on there? And did you see her dance for Karma?
Did you see the bat wings? Baby bat wings. What are the baby bat wings about? Can someone explain that to me? Because I don't get it. She's like flapping around, like and that first dance move where she looks like she's having like a full blown seizure. And she's just like
full blown.
What was that?
I'm not too sure what's going on.
I think she does it on purpose.
Of course. Listen, it gets people talking. We're talking about it. TikTok is talking about it. The internet is talking about it. It's working. It's just like, what is this? What's happening?
At what cost?
At what cost? Because
that is time I could never get back watching those freaking videos, all right? Like, I'm pissed about it.
I'm pissed about it. It's so weird. I don't know. Okay,
wait, do you want to open your present?
Oh my God, yeah. So it was as everyone knows,
it
still is my birthday.
Like the next
I know, it's April 6th, but in my mind, it's still my birthday. Okay, yes, Val got me a present. I'm so excited. Okay, wait, I'll just leave it here and then, I don't want to, oh no, okay.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
It's so fitting. And
Stop,
it's
I
like,
can't wait.
I'm sorry if anyone takes this as a threat, but you should.
What do you mean?
But you should.
Okay, I'm nervous.
Read it aloud.
Okay, it is a mug, and it says, "Be careful, or you'll end up in my podcast." Yes. I feel like my husband, like, this is his fear every day of his life.
You've been warned.
You've been warned. Oh my God, I love this.
Yay,
Thank you. This
you're
is so
welcome.
perfect. This is so perfect. I am obsessed. I can't wait to drink my matcha.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Wait, you
And
said
just
there
think
was-
about everyone you want to like talk about.
Oh no, I already have a list, but I'm being nice.
Okay.
I'm being nice. No, I'm just kidding.
I love it.
I love everyone. Okay. This one might be a little bit. Let me see.
I think this side.
You might have to help me. Oh, it's
If
like
this was a man, immediate ick.
immediate ick.
Can't open a bug.
box.
So it's very just like.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
okay.
you know, we need probably scissors and stuff, but they
Aries.
do have
Me.
crystals inside that relate to you and just like
Oh my
success and great things.
gosh.
So you got to charge them up and use them.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yay!
life will be
Thank you
great.
so
You're
much.
so welcome.
Okay, you know I don't have any crystals.
Oh, here.
So
Oh,
like
well,
now I'm
there you go.
so excited.
Crystaled up.
Thank you. I would give you a hug, but I don't want to hit the mic. Our media manager, my husband, is looking at me like I'm doing something wrong.
We're
Yay!
tagging
Thank
her.
you. I
You're
can't wait to
so
use them. I'm so
welcome.
excited.
I'm so excited too.
So excited. Okay. We had said, well, I'm very interested in your story about like you failing.
Oh, wait, weren't we going to talk about the love languages?
Oh, yeah, let's do that next. That's very fitting.
Because
Okay.
that's so exciting. Okay, so obviously most people are familiar with love languages, which there's
But let's touch on
five,
them just
right?
Yes.
So it's going to be it's touch, quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, and the other one's like
And
gifts. Or is that gifts?
yeah, but what is it? Wait, hold on. It's not called
Is
gifts.
it called gifts? Because it's not acts of service. Because acts
It's
of
not
service
acts
are
of
like
service,
favorite.
but yeah,
it's
the gifts.
It's
Giving.
Gift giving.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you, media manager Alexander. Giving. So yeah. So basically gifts. So basically spoiling someone. Sugar daddies kind of vibe.
Exactly. So there is an online test, and I took the test, but it was like 4 years ago, maybe that I took it, and I had like two that were very
Prominent.
prominent, yeah, and then the rest were like whatever. But mine were physical touch and quality time.
Oh, okay. Those are good. Those
yeah.
are good. Okay, yeah. Mine was quality time and words of affirmation 100%.
Oh.
You know, words of affirmation was number one.
Yeah.
But my second, like close second, was quality time.
Quality time. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. What is AJ's?
So it's so funny.
Oh, no, wait. I feel like I know. Quality time.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, that's his, like,
I
main.
know it's going to be quality time for sure because he's so
That's what he
intense
needs.
about that. Yes.
That's what he needs.
Yeah, but exactly. It's like, what do you need and how do you give it?
How do you give it?
Because there's two different
Right.
things.
So, okay, so he needs quality time. How does he show you? Like, what is...
I feel like it would probably be like, I mean, quality time, like,
yeah.
or words of affirmation in a sense. I mean, that's why I married the man, you know?
True.
Like, I'm someone that, like, if you are not obsessed with me, I will not waste my time on you. I will move on to the next person because there's someone else out there that will be obsessed with me.
Yes.
And I know that. And I feel like my mom just instilled that in me, like, so young that, like,
I love
didn't.
that.
You know what I mean? So words of affirmation. You could call it insecure. I don't give a shit.
No.
I just want to be like fairy tale loved. My Venus is in Cancer. That's all. That's all
I
you
love
gotta
that.
know.
I love that.
It's like
I love
fairy
that.
tale shit. That's what I want.
Fairy tale Cinderella story.
Literally.
That's what you want.
That's what I want.
I love that. So I need physical touch and quality time. The way my husband shows it is acts of service.
Okay.
Which I like because he's doing everything for our podcast.
This is
so
kind of a great act of service if I do say so myself.
Yes. So he shows it by acts of service. What he needs is he's doing all the renovations
It's
in the
true.
condo.
Acts
Yeah,
of-
it's
so
true.
he's
That's
an
how
act
she
of
he says
service.
that's how he shows his
Yes.
That's how he shows it. What he needs is words of affirmation. That's like
Really?
his like main thing. But I'm very good at that. That's how
Okay.
what are you making faces at? I am very good at this. So
Can we get you on here?
he needs a mic. I do always do that, words of affirmation. But I think I'm also, I would say like I show it through quality time as
Okay.
well. And like physical touch. I like to like always be like, we're holding hands or like doing something.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's what I am. I feel
Yeah.
like that's how I show it.
Yes.
I feel like it would be like, I'm very affectionate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And AJ loves that. Like, he reciprocates it. Like, he's all about, like, he doesn't care about PDA. Like, he loves it. Like, he doesn't care.
I love that.
I know, it's great.
Neither does he, which is good because I love PDA.
Yeah,
but you know what's weird is with other exes that I used to have, I would hate PDA with them. Yeah. But I think it's because I was just, like, grossed out by them, probably.
Anyone you want to mention in particular?
You know who you are.
Closet.
But with my husband, like, every Christmas party or every family party we're at, we're like making out in the corner. Yeah. Like, it's like we just met and we're in high school, and people are like, my sisters literally are always like, why do you guys always do this? And we're like, we don't care. We're in love. It's passion.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. No, AJ and I are the same exact way. Like,
I love that.
We're very affectionate. But he's like that too. Like, he always wants to just be like affectionate. And I am already.
Yes.
Like, that's just my natural nature.
I love that. It's perfect.
It works.
It's perfect.
It keeps it spicy. Keeps it alive for sure. Does. I mean, I do exactly like you said. It just like feels so like exciting. Yummy. Yeah. I don't know. Like when people say like, I know there's been like research done where it's like after 2 years you lose your spark. That's a fucking lie.
I don't believe that. Like, I don't, like, because I don't feel like my spark with my husband is, like, gone. I don't feel like it's gone. Like, I still feel like we, like, have the same spark. Do things change? And you maybe have to work on things a little bit more and, like, because it could be repetitive if you guys are not keeping it spicy and exciting.
Yeah.
1000%. But for me, I'm like, the spark always has to be there. Like, and the spark is always there.
Exactly, or else you'll get the ick. Like, I swear to God.
I know, that's literally.
No, but you're so right. And that's just exactly what it is. It's like, you just have to keep it alive. And like, even, I mean, it's not the honeymoon phase. That's the thing. Like, it's not like, oh my God, like, there's nothing wrong. Like, no, you'll fucking hate them. But at the same time, like, the spark is there, or else you probably wouldn't feel that much hate.
Exactly. No, it's so true.
There's so much anger. You'd be nonchalant. You'd be indifferent.
And then which would lead to that's the worst thing. I literally always tell Alex, I'm like, because I like to address things. He's like, you love to argue. I'm like, I don't like to argue. I like to address things. Yeah. The day I stop addressing things is when you should be fucking worried. Like, the day I stop giving a fuck, you should be worried because that means I'm checked out and I'm done. And that's fucking scary. So you should be grateful that I like to address things and, like, make sure everything is in order and we're good. That's also how you grow in a relationship. Like, this, like, brushing shit under the rug, like, that does not work for me. And, like, every conversation where I feel like we've had growth is because we address something that's really hard or something that's really difficult and we grow from it. And it only brings us closer having those conversations.
You have to have those, like, trials and tribulations to get closer, for sure. Because this is also the person that you're going to raise your kids with. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have to be on the same page, so you have to work out your differences.
Exactly.
You know?
1000%.
Like, before that happens.
1000%.
Okay, so speaking of languages, I wanted to tell you this story about how a first generation, is it called first generation?
First generation.
I was born there. I was born in Colombia. But people say first generation, like, when it's their parents, like, but it's me. I'm 0 generation Colombian.
You are first generation.
So basically, even though I may be very American, gringa passing, whatever you want to call it, I am not. I was born in Colombia. However, you know, I came to the United States when I was like 5 years old, and I was in a Christian school that was for sure all, you know, white American people, you know, and at that point in time, you don't have like this confidence. You don't have like your, you know, self-expression all set up. You don't really know who you are. So I was all confused, you know, like even my mom said after 4 months, I spoke like fluent English and she wouldn't speak to me in English. She like forced me to speak Spanish, which is great because now I like continue
That's why your Spanish is still really good and you're
fluently
perfect
in English and Spanish. But at the time, it's like, it was such a big insecurity, which is so crazy for me to even fathom now because I'm so proud to be Colombian, you know?
To be Colombian, and are you kidding? To be able to speak 2 languages, like, and fluently the way we speak them, like, that's such a, I can't even, I'm like blanking, but
no, it's an honor. It's like whatever. It's honestly something to be prideful of. It's something to be really proud of yourself for, because I do even have
advantage. Like, sorry, that was the word.
It is an advantage.
It's an advantage.
Definitely. But the thing is, I was embarrassed of it. And it's just because I was a child, you know? And so all I wanted was fucking Lunchables. All right? for lunch. But no, my mom would literally cook like ajiaco de pollo, like with a little side of arroz, like shit like that. And like literally, like how amazing is my mom for even cooking a meal for me? Like, you know, like, but it was almost like I was embarrassed of it because there would be kids that'd be like, ew, what is that? Fucking like,
are you kidding me? They're eating processed crackers that are stale for 12 months and you're eating the fucking freshest, most amazing food. But how funny, isn't it crazy that back then, just because you wanted to fit in,
exactly,
you would have fucking traded in your fresh gourmet meal that your mother made you for fucking stale crackers and rubber cheese. And rubber cheese. Like bologna.
You know, bologna is like not even a real thing.
No,
like,
it's not.
Like
It's
mixed
disgusting. I know. I don't know.
Okay. Yes. No. I would like literally give my left leg to get like the nacho cheese fucking Lunchables in my mouth. Okay. For roll up Gushers. No, I was allergic to food coloring. Like I literally was like,
I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh. Me and my brother went to an allergist because we were both like definitely allergic to food coloring, peanuts. Now I have no allergies because I got so many shots.
Look, but you didn't have Fruit Roll-Ups and Gushers when you were a kid?
Never. My parents wouldn't allow me to even have Coke. I only had Sprite. Everything that was like clear, I can have.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's so.
But
that's
like sad. Now in today's day, how
fine.
many people have food coloring?
Oh, I know.
Allergies.
Yes.
So it was like I was just before my time. I'm just a trendsetter.
Before your time. I think it's so because I always felt, well, speaking of like fitting in, I feel like that was such a thing when you were younger, like in general, where you just want to fit in or be with like the cool kids or always want to be where like, I always felt like I was definitely more shy when I was younger. Mm-hmm. That's not who I am. That's just who I was when I was younger. And it's so weird because the people who really know me now are like, oh my God, like you're not a shy person at all, but I'm perceived that way sometimes.
Yeah, no, I remember when I met you. Like it was like I got such a cute little sweet, shy, innocent vibe from you.
If only she knew.
I was fooled. I was fooled big time. Okay. But what I was getting at was that I was like embarrassed about like my culture and like mind you, like nobody was Colombian around me. Like I didn't know about Colombians. Like it wasn't like a common thing, you know? So even shout out my sister. Did I ever tell you how I like, the thing is I might have like pretended to be, you know, like non-Hispanic, but I was like full blown a compulsive liar at this point in my life. Like I don't know what was wrong with me, but it was like such a need to like fit in and blend and like not be like that girl that's an immigrant.
Yes.
You know what I mean? My sister, so I lied about her name because my sister's name is Pascal. I told people her name was Melissa. She still, till this day, will not forgive me. Because Pascal's just fucking weird. Beautiful name, and it's like French, but it's like
a gorgeous name.
What's like literally the most American name, like Melissa.
Okay, next time I see her, I'm gonna say like,
my sister
hi,
Melissa.
Hola, Meli.
On top of that, I was probably in a solid, I think it was 3rd grade, honestly. We had Spanish class. And I would pretend like I didn't know Spanish. And I would like repeat things with an accent. Like, el carro es verde. Like, swear on my life. And I'm like, el carro verde. Like, I speak Spanish, okay? I got a B. My parents, when they got my report card,
killed you.
And not killed me. They're like, what the? We need a meeting with this teacher. What is wrong with her? And I'm sitting there like, I don't know.
No sé qué pasó.
Can you imagine the shock on this teacher's face when we do a parent-teacher meeting?
And your parents speak.
And my parents are speaking straight Spanish to me like, ajá, Valerie, entonces, ¿qué fue lo que pasó? And I'm like, mami, en verdad no tengo ni idea. Like, I have no idea. Like, why I got a B. I know why I got a B because I was pretending to be gringa. Like, it's like, I cannot. So embarrassing. But like, I could not. Like, that's up to my parents. That.
No, you could not. Are you kidding?
She changed it to an A, by the way. Thank you, Mrs.
What?
I think
she changed it?
Pettit.
Pettit?
Oh my God. Mrs. Pettit, thank you. She changed it to an A when she saw I was fluent. She was an American woman that like learned Spanish and was teaching us Spanish.
Yes.
And here I am. Speaking fluently.
So she basically picked up of like this girl is like wants to fit in and she was like
I don't think she went that deep into it. She just probably thought I was a weird. I don't know. You know, that's a good question. I never really like put myself in her perspective. Like, what did she think?
I feel like she
probably
thought
that like I was like trolling her all fucking semester. Like just like playing games. Like doing stuff wrong. Like, oh, izquierda, derecha. I don't, no sé. You know, like stuff like that. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Are you still a compulsive liar?
Oh my God, no, obviously not.
I'm just kidding.
No, I feel like honestly, I also told people in like that same school that I had like a horse named Vanilla in like Virginia or something. So it was like literally I wanted to be like just like this little all-American girl.
A horse named Vanilla? What color? Was like a white horse?
That's how it got its name. But you know what I got it from? Like I had this Barbie game where I had a horse that was like a white horse, and I named it Vanilla. So I was just like, reality and fiction.
That's hilarious.
Blended for me.
That's fucking hilarious. I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah, but okay, I was gonna tell this another time.
No,
I thought about this the other day. But like, I stuck out like a sore thumb. Like, okay, for example. So they had snow days. Mind you, this is Florida. This is literally in Miami. Like,
I was like, where were you living?
Yeah, no, they would bring like a chunk of ice and just like put it down.
Oh, okay.
And I wish I would have just said this at another time so I could have the yearbook picture with me so you guys would believe me, because this is so great. So everybody comes in, with their little earmuffs, their mittens, their like parkas, the whole nine, because they've been skiing. They've been around the United States. Bitch, I have not. Okay, I'm from Barranquilla. Like, we don't have snow. The equator runs through it. So I'm sitting there. Guess how I dress up for snow day?
What did you wear? Like a tank top and shorts?
Oh my God, no. A Mickey Mouse poncho that you get at Disney World. Okay, that my parents bought at Splash Mountain before we all got wet. Mickey Mouse poncho and socks on my hands. Socks. My dad's extra large socks and a Mickey Mouse poncho with Mickey Mouse on the back. And they took a picture. I don't know if they were messing with me. Now looking back, like, were they making fun of me putting me in the yearbook with that outfit? Like, on a snow day.
The trauma you must have from that. God, are you going to therapy for this?
You know what? I probably should look into it. I don't know. No, but honestly, I think it's so cute and like
was
adorable.
So cute that your parents
now
they
looking
really,
back.
Okay, how cute is it that they probably tried so hard and they really thought it through, or they were just like,
Bro,
ponle un pancho y unas medias.
This was also like a private Christian school that they were paying like thousands of dollars.
Oh, these were like rich kids.
I feel like they didn't know how to dress for like the winter. They've never experienced it. Where I'm from, Barranquilla has no seasons.
No.
It rains and it's hot. There's no winter. There's
it's like
no
a Florida.
Fall. Well, Florida has like cold. Barranquilla is never cold. The equator runs through it.
Right. So it's always just
always.
Warm.
But Bogota, which is the capital, it snows there.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay,
it's very biodiverse.
I love that.
All right,
that's
you
fucking
got
hilarious.
any stories of your like childhood?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I feel like I can't even think. I didn't come prepared with childhood stories, but I'm sure I have so many. I'm sure I have so many, but I can talk about my ear because
oh no, because that is traumatizing. So it does relate.
Speaking of trauma, so for all my girlies out there who like to wear heavy earrings,
literally listen up. Literally with the ear.
No, literally.
This is an ear thing.
Listen the fuck up. You think these are clip-ons, and let me tell you why. So, when was this? Like a month ago? I like to wear like heavy earrings. Like earrings are my thing. That's my piece of jewelry. So like the way I express myself is, yes, obviously through my clothes, but like I love a good like bold statement earring. I was at my friend's birthday party and I was wearing these Fottegas, like the fucking fake Amazon Bottega earrings, and they were really heavy. They weren't like the plastic ones. They were like metal heavy. Mm-hmm. I wake up one morning. So first of all, I knew that like this earlobe, the ear hole, was a little more stretched out than this one. And it's something that I was keeping an eye on. Like I knew this was going to happen at some point. Not happen, but I thought that if it ever got really bad, I would address the situation and I would take care of it. Mm-hmm. No, I was just living my life. And the funny thing is, this ear, it was always bleeding. And I was just like, oh, I'm just allergic to fake earrings. Dude, I didn't realize it was bleeding because the earring...
You were causing a fucking laceration.
Yes. Yes. I wake up after my friend's party. My earlobe is like literally almost split into a fucking Pac-Man ear.
A Pac-Man ear!
A Pac-Man ear. It's holding on by like a scab.
That is terrifying.
Terrifying. So I had to get earlobe repair surgery where they literally cut your ear. So they numb the ear, but like it's so gross because you hear
Hold
everything.
on, though, because we have to review how many doctors you reviewed and how many doctors you sent to me to review. All right, because it was a whole thing. It was like a freaking.
It was a whole thing. So I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't know that earlobe repair surgery. Like I knew like someone would just stitch it up. I didn't realize it was like a plastic surgery. Like it's an art. It's an art. Earlobe repair surgery.
It's an art.
Is an art.
You have to have a sturdy hand.
You have to have a sturdy hand and a good eye.
A good
eye. A good eye.
Good eye for the contour.
And a good eye. They have to shape it well. They have to know what they're doing. So I did research, and I'm texting Val all of these different like before and after earlobes, and I'm like, wait, but which one do you like better? And she's like, what the like, what
No.
this?
If you were to look through my phone at that time, God forbid, you would think that I have a full-blown, like, ear kink. Like, something, I'm just turned on by ears, especially ones that are split in half. Like, it was wild. I had maybe 37 different pictures.
No, you did. I sent you so many. So I ended up picking one plastic surgeon, and she did an amazing job. But the whole thing was so weird because they numb your ear. So you can't feel anything, but you hear everything. So I literally heard her, like cutting up my ear, splitting my ear in two, opening the middle of my ears and taking tissue out.
No.
And then like just like sewing and cutting. Like, it was the worst thing. So it was so swollen for how long. It was like the biggest thing. And
what do you mean? It was day 2 and you're like, it's not going down. Like you were like freaking out, calling her for a refund. Like you were like, this is Leanne. This is her. This is just who she is. Yeah.
This is how I am. So I got the earlobe repair surgery. I obviously knew it was going to be swollen, but I didn't realize how swollen my earlobe was going to be. And I was like, oh my God, she fucked up the shape of my earlobe. I'm literally voice noting Val every day, like 7 times a day, like sending her pictures from different angles. And I'm like, do you think it's going to go down? She's like, you literally just got the procedure 4 hours ago. Like, you need to calm the fuck down. I literally called my doctor's office and I was like, listen, I don't like the shape. And the receptionist is like, she's like, I'm sorry. She's like, you just got it done on Monday and it's Thursday, right? And I'm, yeah. And she's like, honey, this is going to take months for it to go to its original shape. And I'm like, okay, because like I am panicking and like I just am freaking out. Like it doesn't even look like my ear anymore. Like freaking out. I had to go back to get the stitches removed like a week. I went 2 weeks later to get my stitches removed. Like, you can get it. So I'm wearing clip-ons now. So I went 2 weeks after to get my stitches removed. And again, I brought it up to the assistant, like her PA, I think. And I was like, listen, the shape of my earlobe, like if I don't like it in like a week or two, like can she redo it? And she's like, no. She's like, it's going to take a few months for it to go back. She's like, just wait. She's like, trust me, just wait. I have to go back in like May and then I can get it re-pierced. So right now I have, I've been cleared to wear clip-ons.
I love the clip-ons.
I'm wearing clip-ons right now. They're cute. They look like normal earrings.
Yeah.
But this is just a PSA to all the girlies. Be careful with the heavy fucking earrings. And if you are going to wear heavy earrings on Amazon, you can buy like little stickers that'll hold up the back of your ear piece, like the thing, so it won't droop down. It'll like tape it up so it's not falling down. Because this was very traumatic and it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Oh, but
it gives me like the chills. I don't even know.
So gross and so weird.
Just having a Pac-Man ear.
So gross and so weird. My Pac-Man ear. Literally my Pac-Man ear. Okay. What else? We wanted to talk about so we don't know, we're going to try this out. A little segment on some blind items. And can you explain what blind items are? Because I feel like some people might not know what this is.
Oop. 333, make a wish. So blind items are basically just, I want to say like letters. I don't know how, like, it's a forum that people write to anonymously, just basically giving information on celebrities. It's all alleged, but a lot of the times you end up realizing months later that, oh wait, that was actually real. Like it's supposed to be like leaks, you know what I mean? Like little kind of Gossip Girl vibes in a way. So we did want to read some. Let's see which ones we have here.
Do you want more?
I'd love some.
Little shams. Okay, I have to be like,
oh boy. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm scared. Okay. So, some blind items.
Sir. Okay, so we know Danny Masterson.
Yes.
Can you tell us who Danny Masterson is?
That 70s show.
Okay, right.
Yes.
And he's in jail right now.
Yes, he's in jail for, it was like what, sexual...
Rape.
Oh, okay. Rape. Yes.
R word.
R-A-P-E.
Grapes.
Grapes. He's in jail for grapes.
Okay, so basically there's a blind item that is speculating that even though he's in jail, he's still recruiting people for Scientology. Because if you don't remember,
he was a Scientologist?
Yes, he was very big on that. And that's probably where the grape charges came from. Think about it. Because Scientology, you have
yeah, they're so sketchy.
Literal, like people that do anything for you.
Yes.
So like he probably just got that power trip and went for it or something. So this blind item says, okay, this former A- list actor was supposedly kicked out of an organization. It doesn't feel like it considering how hard he is recruiting for it while in prison. And it's Danny Masterson. And it's obviously talking about Scientology, so he wasn't kicked out, is what it's speculating.
He wasn't kicked out for rape from Scientology. I hate Scientology.
I mean, it's just a very weird... I don't even...
It's so weird.
It gives me...
It gives me the ick. It gives me the ick.
No, it really does. Okay, and this is another one super random, but do you remember Elizabeth Hurley?
Mm-mm.
Really? From like Bedazzled.
No. No, I don't know why.
She was like that like British actress.
I feel like if I saw her face.
Oh, well then it's not going to be like... All right, hold on.
Wait.
Okay, this is another one. Okay.
Dude, my eyesight is so bad. My husband's trying to show me like.
So going back on what we were talking about 2 episodes back, which was a Cyrus family drama. Apparently, there's an update via blind items, and it says this celebrity mom is trying to convince everyone she is the victim when it was her who stole the actor from her daughter. The daughter would seemingly be the victim. The mom is just upset she got called out for it publicly.
Oh, I 1000% believe that.
And this is Tish Cyrus and Dominic,
I
whatever his name is.
1000% believe that.
And I saw an article where they're apparently in some sort of like therapy over it. Yes. And they're not doing that well.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up, that they're not doing well over. I don't understand, and I'm going to say this again, how a mother could do that to her freaking daughter. What is going on there? What is that?
You know what the worst part is?
It's the weirdest thing.
The fact that they label it as like not even a relationship with Noah Cyrus. They were friends with benefits.
They were friends with benefits. So you want to have a relationship with
someone that was fucking your daughter? No strings attached. Like there's just
red
something
flags.
So weird about that.
Red flags. It's so weird. Could you imagine your mom ever doing that?
No.
Okay. I don't know if you do this in your relationship, but do you ever act like, I call it a damsel in distress, or like you don't know how to do something, so it forces your husband to have to do things, and you like pretend. So like for me, I feel like I do this, and he thinks I like. He's like, he always says like, oh, you poor thing, you don't know. And I'm like, I don't know anything. And like, so he just ends up doing it. And like a little pro tip to the girlies out there, just act like you're dumb and they'll do everything for you. Like, Do you ever do this? I do this all the time.
I do know in certain cases, like you don't want to show your full skills because they'll remember. They'll remember and they'll be like, oh, you're good at that. So you just act like you don't know.
You've never done it in your life. Like getting my oil changed. Can you come with me? How do I do that? I don't know how to do it, please.
We have no idea.
We have no idea.
Nothing. I could learn how to change a tire, but do I want to? No. Because then I can't play the damsel.
You can't.
Help me.
Help me, I'm poor.
Yeah, no, someone has to help me. I'm not going to do that.
No. So I do this in my relationship with like certain things. Like even like I'm short, but like reaching on top to like grab something, I can 1000%, like I have a little stepping stool, I can totally pull it out or like hop on the counter and grab it, but I'm like, babe, I'm just so little, I just can't reach it. And like he just like gets out of bed to grab it. Like,
well, that's why you have a husband.
What else are they there for?
I mean, maybe like 2 or 3 more things, but that's probably what I'm most important.
That's number one.
Especially with the height difference. Come on.
That's number one.
Yeah, for sure.
That's number one. So a little pro tip to the girlies out there: if you ever feel like you're just lazy or you just don't want to do things,
stay lazy.
But they like it. But they like it.
Just act like you have no idea.
Act like you have no idea what's going on.
They'll
they love it. their ego, their manliness comes out, and
They'll be
they
like little
love
superheroes.
it. They're superheroes. They're like,
oh, you're so strong.
you're so strong. Look at those muscles. Look at your height.
It's true though. It's true because we're shotties. We're shotties.
We're shotties.
All right. So on that note,
yes,
I think this is it for this week.
Love it.
I am gonna be getting.
Yes, can we talk about that? Okay,
Yes.
wait.
Do we have time? I don't know.
Yes, you're getting married.
Okay, so basically, I'm married, but we're having our wedding reception, so it's gonna be super exciting.
I can't wait.
Shitting my pants over it, but I'm gonna just pretend like I'm just excited.
No, it's gonna be the best.
I know
it's
it is.
So
it
fun.
is, but like until then.
Until then, and we're gonna have the best time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so fun.
We'll keep
I can't wait to see
updated
your dresses because she's been hiding the dresses and the outfits, which I think is the best thing to do because I did the same thing for my wedding. Because once you start showing people, they have opinions and it's annoying, and it's like not everyone has the same taste or like the same vision as you. So keep that shit to yourself and just you're gonna look amazing, and I can't wait. So thanks everyone. Love you. Bye.
See you soon.